Hey everybody, my name is Sidechick, and thank you for tuning into my very first YouTube video and gear guide for New World Aeternum. We are unveiling a build called the Headhunter, which is primarily a bow spear build, but can be played with other secondary weapons if wanted, which is completely up to you, and that is a personal choice. But I would like to show you guys what I got. The current setup we're running for Helmet is Lifestealer's Drought, Gem Slot, Bleeding Sweep, Enchanted 2, and Skill Enchantment. As you can see, we currently have 5 out of 5 for Enchanted 2 and 3 out of 5 for Skilled Enchantment. This is bumping our damage up to a huge amount and keeping us very consistent on heavy hitting shots. Next, we got the Featherweight Artifact, which we're running Shattering Penetrating Shot 2 on, which allows us to do more stamina damage to anyone that may be blocking or getting more damage on gridded players, which is quite often going to be a lot of bruisers and most OPRs or possibly wars, depending on how you want to use the build. The gloves we're using are Sacrificial Empowerment, Gem Slot, Enchanted Ward 2, Enchanted 2, and Keenly Jagged 2. So we get those nice little crits in there. We get the nice 8.8% weapon damage on top of having that 5 out of 5 for Enchanted, of course. And we get another Enchanted Ward for more defense, which we're running 3 out of 5 on that just to get we're not using too much Enchanted because we're kind of focusing more on getting as much damage up as possible. So that's what we're using there. Then we come down to our pants, which we're running a Shirking Fortification, Gem Slot, Enchanted Ward, Shirking Heals, which we are 4 out of 5 for Shirking Heals. And then we have our offense slot, which has Enchanted. Our boots are Mortal Aggression, Gem Slot, Rain of Arrows, Enchanted Ward, and Enchanted. So we have our secondary defense slot with a skill slot, which for we can slot our Rain of Arrows. Then when you come over to our bow, I know some people are probably going to be like, plague crits aren't great just because a lot of people are now running, invigorated, running Jin Hat. I know sometimes it doesn't really matter too much, to be honest, because a lot of targets in OPR are going to be probably not fully stacked on Invig because, I mean, the luck on getting gear drops isn't amazing, but as long as you're farming, you will probably get them eventually, and plague crits may be phased out for possibly another attunement for at least later down the line. We will see on how I want to build this later. But we have a defense slot, penetrating rapid shot, which is huge for fighting anyone that may have possibly heavy armor, playing medium, and it's especially dangerous against light players since they already have low armor as it is, and a lot of people aren't really running featherweight due to the nice little bit of a nerf. For our secondary, I run Spear with a double skill slot with Enfeebling Skewer, Leeching Cyclone, Gem slot, Arcane Attunement, and Shirking Heals for our defense slot. Which honestly, I adore having a double skill slot. I would suggest if you could, for your bow, getting a double skill slot on your bow and possibly slotting Rain of Arrows just to get that little bit more of damage on the AoE. We're going to come down to our amulet, which I am having a wonderful time playing unimpeded at the current moment, solely due to having this slight little bit of a nerf, the 7% slow on featherweight here. This pretty much counteracts it. Not entirely, but it counteracts it quite a bit. We have flame protection and slash protection for those pesky mages and sins, with a physical ward as well. We come on down to our ring. We got pretty lucky with our ring, to be honest. We got Divine, Enchanted Totality, Skilled Enchantment, and Enchanted. We are focusing on trying to up as much damage as possible, but getting these defense slots in here like this just absolutely make it a chef's kiss in terms of survivability. I apologize. And our last artifact that we're using is Justice. It has Healing Heart base, same with Refreshment, which both of these are huge currently in the PvP meta, as well as a defense slot. Now, Alchemist Ward, most people will probably ask, is it really that good if I have to get hit 20 times? Well, the positive side about Justice is that I believe at the current moment this will apply from ticks. So, say any dot damage you may have. You're not supposed to have to just take 20 hits left and right, but it will instantly recharge. Say, if I pop a regen potion, which will use a regeneration here, if I'm hit or dotted and I take a tick 20 times, or if I'm hit within that same amount of times for the 20 and it accumulates, I will automatically have my potion off reset. And possibly, if I get it timed properly, if it's already off CD, I can hit this potion and I will get another fresh recharge to do a double pot on top of having my regen ticket. Justice is absolutely insane right now, and I think a lot of people are going to start realizing it and start playing it as well. Some people may ask, why am I not running an artifact for my bow or my spear? At the current moment, most of these spears that are artifacts are not great because only one of the artifact spears currently has a skill slot on it, and that's not great. Only getting one skill slot and it being the javelin, it would be scorpion, is not the greatest in terms of building around for bow. And then for bow, I know some people are really pushing and using the new artifact bow that there is for the poison shot Gravwell, or they may be using bolt caster, which both are very good options. But I just prefer to have a thrust bow. I've always preferred thrust, and it's not exactly going to have to worry about too many resistances because more people are going to be stacking against bolt caster for how much damage it is currently dealing. So that's where my trade-off is on these. And I've honestly been enjoying this build so much. I've been getting, I want to say currently, for active PvP that I've been doing, we have placed in top of the world for OPR in total kills in one match. We set this to world. We're ranked 20th at the current moment with 44 kills in one match. So this build has been fantastic. I've been enjoying it a lot, and I really hope you guys will enjoy it as well. So please stick around and enjoy some of the montages that I put together of all the damage and all the kills that you can possibly rake in with this build. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Quick intermission here, guys. I wanted to add in the skill trees that I've been using for bow and spear. I've been using rapid shot, headshot, and rain. Best combination I've had so far. I've pretty much been tearing everything apart. We'll go in and look at spear real quick. This is what we're using for spear: skewer, sweep, cyclone. And then we'll go into the attributes real quick. 400 dex, 25 strength just for that little bit of light attack. You can probably take the 25 in perk if you really don't want to run 400 dex. Really up to you guys. I prefer to get as much damage as possible. And I got 151 con. Hopefully you guys enjoy.